Good morning, viewers. Today is Wednesday, the 7th, am I right, boys? The 7th of September, and I am talking to you from the KIET Institute of Emerging Technologies in Kakinada. And I have been involved with this institute for the last, I think, 10 years in the area of student development and faculty development. At this point, we are doing a particular program called TTL1 and TTL2. TTL stands for Teach to Learn. And in this very brief video, the intention is to explain and give an overview of what this is and why we are doing it. The idea of Teach to Learn actually emerged from a man called Benjamin Bloom, an Englishman who Jawaharlal Nehru brought to India after our independence to structure our education system, to help structure our education system, which he did. And then when he went back to the UK, he did further study on this entire question of learning teaching or teaching learning, and he propounded a number of theories that changed the nature and behavior of education forever. One of those theories was that unlike earlier, where the teacher was considered to be the most important part of a classroom, he said no, the most important thing in a classroom is actually the learner and not the teacher. And that teaching must be learner-centric and not teacher-centric. In other words, to put this idea differently, the teachers must teach the way in which a student can understand and not in a way in which the teacher finds it comfortable to teach. So the entire concept was based on learner-centric, learner-first and learner-always approach. He made another statement, which was that the biggest learner is actually the teacher. And if a teacher says, I'm not willing to learn, he or she is actually saying, I'm not willing to teach. And this is something that also extends to parenting, whether it's parenting, whether it is leadership in an organization, whether it is faculty in an educational institute like this one. The most important thing for people who hold these positions, whether it's teacher, whether it is parent, whether it is leader, to be conscious of the fact that they are the biggest learners, because it is only when they learn that they're able to teach. Well, this is the very brief philosophical background that actually drives this entire thing forward. And introducing TTL in KIET College was the vision of the chairman of this college, Mr. Vishwam, a man of vision, as I mentioned, and he, taking a leaf out of the book of Benjamin Bloom, said very clearly that the best way to learn a subject is to teach it. And that is how it started. And I'm very privileged, me and some of my colleagues, Dr. Mohanan from C School, that we have been entrusted with the job of driving this particular module forward. Now, this is the background to TTL. What does it do? It addresses those areas of competency that a teacher must have, and in the process, it actually also develops those areas of competency that are outside the syllabus. So what do we do in TTL1? In TTL1, we emphasize the point that the most important thing for a student is your subject knowledge, is your domain knowledge, whether it is artificial intelligence, whether it is cybersecurity, whether it is mechanical engineering in some other institute, whether it is finance, whether it is account. These are all domain specialities, and that is the most important thing. But that alone won't work, because when you join an organization, if you're looking at a corporate career, there are other competencies that become important. Very simply put, communication, leadership, team building, confidence, creativity. So what TTL1 does, it makes the student actually take a class and take the role of a teacher. And in that process, they sharpen up their own knowledge of the subject. And when they actually teach in class, which is what is going to happen today, They also sharpen up their communication. Uh, it is an opportunity to get used to, overcoming stage fright. It also deals with creativity. It deals with a whole lot of other uh, supplementary competencies that are required for a student when the student leaves the campus and goes into the corporate. This is really a sub-module of campus to corporate. One of the most important, apart from communication, that everybody knows, which is in English, because that is the business communication, irrespective of what language we grow up learning, we need to convert that into English because it is the universal business language. Apart from communication, the other component that becomes important is creativity. Here, creativity means application, which is taking your syllabus and applying it to a business model, because that is where these students are going. Where they are going, the corporate is not going to be interested in their syllabus. Yes, they will be interested in the learning, but not in the syllabus. They will be more interested in their ability to convert the formulas and all the complexities of the subject that they are learning into business models. And that forms TTL2. So this entire program of 1 and 2, other than sharpening their subject knowledge, it also gives them an opportunity to develop communication, confidence, teamwork, and creativity. I think that we have covered close to 300 students in the last 2.5 months, ever since we commenced this program. And this week, this is the third program we are doing. We did the first one on Monday, Tuesday. This is the third batch we are doing this week. And on Friday, some of the selected students from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday batch will come for TTL2, where whatever they have done, they will now convert that into a business model. In other words, we are getting closer to the corporate, from campus to corporate in TTL2. With that, I'm going to end this very short video. I do hope that I have been able to clarify and to explain the basic properties of TTL1 and TTL2. Thank you very much. Thank you, students, for being so patient, listening to me patiently. Thank you.